Why did my child memories die? Okay, Pokemon. When I was little, like, man, I can't remember how old I was, or young, but I remember that I was around maybe 4 or 5 when I saw my first Pokemon episode, and that was the Thunderdome episode, and after that I fell in love with it. I had this huge crush on Ash, and it was so fun to see him go around. It wasn't repetitive at all. He was catching new Pokemon, making new friends, and just continuing on the road. It was funny. I look forward to it every night. I even went for the trading cards when they were $1 a pack at Dollar General, before they were like $5 a pack. I think that's how much they cost now. Um, it gave me a thing to do because we played at school with them, even though we weren't supposed to, and we got caught, but we loved that feeling of playing with cards, and that gave us something to do while we were waiting for the next episode, and it got us super excited. But now the series, the games, and the trading card game all went kaboom. If you haven't seen the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, it is horrible. I saw the first episode and I almost ended up crying. I saw how bad all my child memories went down in the toilet. It made me want to complain, rant. It made me want to scream. Pokemon has gotten so repetitive. There's not much Ash can do. Of course he can go here, get badges, get Pokemon, win battles, lose battles, go places, and get attacked by Team Rockets. That's all you can do. You can't do anything else besides that. It gets so repetitive. Ash's voice has changed at least 5 times in the series, which made it almost unbearable to watch. I liked it back when his voice was played by a girl in the first series. She sounded like a guy, and it was perfect. It was fine. Misty, she was great, and she was way better than May or Dawn, who were, like, stupid, I should say. And Brock, I liked his voice back when it actually sounded like a human. And I liked how he went after the girls back then and being pulled away by Misty instead of another Pokemon. This was very annoying. And now with the trading cards. Of course, I played the trading card game when I was young, and I'm sure I have at least 1,000 cards from the second series. But now the packs are what, $5 for like 6 cards, 7 cards, 8 cards, something like that. And the cards are invincible and uncomparable to the cards from the first season when you actually had a good fight. Because I've done this before. Me and one of my friends had a fight. Not a fight, but a Pokemon card battle. And I used all the cards that I could, or the strongest ones I used from my deck. And I got my strongest ones out, and I battled him as he used his newer cards, and he just whooped me. And I actually had types that were stronger than his. It was unbearable. It was horrible. The cards are tougher and stronger. They should just keep it balanced. All the Pokemon they're making is stupid. I mean, they're making Pokemon that are very unoriginal, like Bonsly, which is like a tree. And all the Apons, they are monkeys with pink tails. Seriously, they weren't as creative with like Bulbasaur and Charmander, which was like a dragon and like that. Of course, Pikachu was a painted rat. This was just horrible, 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 horrible. The games, okay, when we started out, you could be a boy and a girl in the Game Boy Advance games. You had to be a brunette. You can pick your character. That's the big thing. We want to be able to pick our character. We want to be what we look like. Oh, and that's it. I don't play Pokemon games anymore. Why? Because the new ones are coming out, like with Pokemon Platinum. was like $60. And I wasn't gonna go out and dig in my wallet to get $60 out to buy the same game I have of at least another version of. And the different kinds they had, like Ruby, Emerald, Sapphire, they were the same game. Just with different Pokemon here and there. But they were the same game. You both went there, did contests, which was, I think, personally a good thing for the games, horrible thing for the TV show. It was just horrible. Team Rocket completely ruins it with the mottos. And Japan started out this anime as a thing for teenagers. They never intended this for like little 5-year-olds like I ended up watching. But you could tell there was romance between Ash and Misty and Jesse and James, of course. But it just sad. It's really sad to see my child memories be killed and massacred in front of my very eyes by these games, episodes. I do not watch Pokemon anymore. I do not endorse it. I don't buy the games. Once in a while, I'll turn on my Game Boy Advance game and play it for 5 minutes. But I don't like it anymore. And it's all because my child memories were killed in front of my eyes. In the movies, they're the same thing. They're repetitive. Of course, the first couple of movies had morals. Like the first movie, which was that we all have differences and we need to respect that and all be, like brothers. But and then the second movie, Pokemon 2000, that showed us the moral that one person can change the world. One person's voice makes a difference. But now the morals are the same they use all the time. I just personally hate this, and Pokemon is spiraling down, and if they don't end the series soon, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And people like me are going to step up and start complaining and ranting when we haven't done a single rant in our lives before.